I don't know if you saw this the other day or not, but like I have like what I'm calling an evidence bag, and so I have my souvenirs, my tribute, and I keep it here right on the desk where I work. You know what that is?
That's El Perro's eye patch.
Yep.
Holy crap! Mexican Ironman has El Perro's eye patch. Oh, he ripped out his eye. He ripped out his eye.
The last remaining one. Yeah.
Holy crap. Mummy El Perro.
Yeah. See? Whoop, I dropped it. Anyway, back in the evidence, and this is the evidence bag from the scene of the crime, or from what I should say, a souvenir memento of justice. Shum, he lives. El Perro is coming from Mexican Army. Shum, you need to go get a life. You need a better hobby. All right, let's go. Hit the like button. Let's party.
Already hit the like button.
Okay, well then hit the other button. Let's party, baby.
Mexican Ironman, ladies and gentlemen.
Crush your enemies, see them driven before you, and hear the lamentation of your women.
The penetrator. Come on, look, because I always went the farthest end of the target, goddammit. Libya, Tunisia, Lebanon, it was me, pal. I was always first in, last out.
This thing doesn't want to show itself. It wants to hide inside an imitation. It'll fight if it has to, but it's vulnerable out in the open.
Its blood was on the leaves.
If it bleeds, we can kill it.
Good morning, Valhalla. Dragon! The Wicked Wrench of the East Project story time! Troubles await! DJ Ronnie G! Nearsighted Cyclops! The lovely Leia Rose! Angry expression Valhalla Mark infinitely tired. The Rooster Dave Bob. Lord of Hoopish Cuba. Roll Tide, Keely Chow, Roll Tide. Penny, score! Jonas J. Campbell. June Wong. Soul Assassin. And Project Cambridge. Mary's Game Room. Hope you're traveling safe. Andy Masterson. Greetings, one and all, and welcome to this Taco Tuesday here on Mornings of Mischief with Mexican Ironman. Right before the earnings call for Disney blows up in their face, we've got him here live to talk
The
about
earnings call
Kathleen.
is next week, Wednesday, not tomorrow.
Oh, I thought it was tomorrow.
No, in my text, you said that you wanted to do the Lucasfilm Disney bent over, and I said no. Save it for a week. In my text to you, I mean, we can still talk about all this crap because there have been some developments.
Some developments. They got nukes from orbit, just to be sure.
Oh yeah, there's plenty, and that's on top of other things that popped up yesterday. I mean, it's been yeah, but no, the earnings call is a week from tomorrow.
So
Yeah.
did you see the South Park? Did you see the South Park episode? Have you seen it?
I did, and I saw it twice. And I don't even like South Park. Like, I've probably seen total South Park episodes lifetime. Like, shit, I don't even know if I've seen like 15 of them, 10 or 15.
Well, before the Coof episodes, before the Coof specials, I hadn't watched South Park in like 10 years. So I was like back in the beginning. If anybody remembers the VHS tapes from back in the beginning, where Matt and Trey Parker were laying on the rug, like rubbing down their dogs before the episode, the very first seasons on VHS, those are the ones that I fell in love with. That's when I started watching South Park, and then I stopped like 10 years ago, and I just didn't care anymore. And now it's like, man, what a nuke. What a absolute nuke. Talk about it anyhow, Mike. Jonas Campbell with the $2 super chat. Thank you, Jonas. Hit him, Mike.
Yeah, all right. So after this show, I'm going to be on Jonas's shit, so early in the morning, Theme Park Casual channel. So it's back-to-back live shows this morning. But God, where do we start? Let's start with this. Let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
To what extent do you think they went out after both sides of the equation?
I do. I absolutely do. When Randy is sitting there blaming Kathleen Kennedy for everything, blaming her for global warming, blaming her for everyone's lives sucking, blaming her for the handyman not getting paid, everybody, it was I think they hit both sides. Absolutely. I think they hit the people that blame Kathleen Kennedy for everything, and I think they hit Disney hard and Kathleen Kennedy hard.
I think that they hit Kathleen Kennedy a lot harder than I think they should have. Not to say the bitch doesn't deserve it. I think they could have hit her a lot harder, but I think they let Disney and Bob Iger off the hook. Although Bob does look like a bit of a buffoon, I have to admit he does. He looks like a complete and total. Oh shit! Hold on, I'm getting a text message from Jonas J. Campbell who says, "Mike, quote, it's that park place." Did I say theme park something or other? What did I say? You know what? It's 9 a.m. and I'm Mexican, so I don't want to hear it. That park place guy.
Larry, I agree.
Here's the thing, Jonas. Jonas is like chat. He says he forgives me. Here's the thing. You invite a Mexican non-YouTuber to be on your show on at 10 a.m. in the morning, and I already have to get up. I'm not that good getting up in the mornings. I'm just not. So Loki gets me up. Of course, it's already 9 o'clock. By Midwestern standards, it's lunchtime, I guess, probably. But I'm Mexican, and I'm on the East Coast, and I'm on Hilton Head Island. And so, hey, Jonas, you hire a non-YouTuber to come on your channel. You're going to get, if that guy is a Mexican non-YouTuber, you're going to get Mexican non-YouTuber shout-outs. So, here we go. Anyway, back to the story. So, I thought that they could have gone after Iger and Disney harder and covered more stuff. I would have thrown in some Little Mermaid stuff. I would have thrown in some more crap out there. But overall, I think Bob Iger was made to look like a buffoon and an idiot that basically the board is afraid of KK. Which, by the way, I think was another subtle dig. Like, this bitch is unfireable.
Yes.
How many times have we heard from how many places that this is it? She's going out the door.
That's right. We've heard over and over and over again that the time is nigh. that she's been released, that she's in name only, that they've already fired her in
parking passes revoked.
Yes, parking passes revoked, all of this nonsense when that's not what's going on, obviously.
No, it's called being manipulated by a psyop. But anyway,
Trebles with a $6.66 super chat. I love it, Trebles. Happy Halloween, Trebles. Says, hey, Mexican Ironman, it's Halloween and it's the day of Count Alf. Get your cat tacos ready and Alf Pogs too. Ha!
That's gross, cat tacos. That's like, that's gross.
And my great friend Snowdub, who has got a killer channel, killing it with the puppets, says skull and tuck and roll. Thank you, my friend.
Are we going to do a skull?
We're going to do a skull.
That's a hint.
That's a hint. Yes. Yes. Thank you guys so much. Thank you, Shrebels. Thank you, Jonas J. Campbell. And thank you, Snowdub. This one's just for you, gentlemen. Skull and tuck and roll.
All right, where were we?
We are right here. R1 Avalon says Kathleen Kennedy kind of encompasses all the Disney bullshittery, so it makes sense that she was the Hillary Clinton of the episode. Damn.
Yep. I agree completely with that assessment. Completely. So I don't know. I mean, I think I would love to see a part 2 of this thing. I know it wasn't billed as a part 1 and part 2. I would love to see a second part of this somewhere down the road. I'd love to see some kind of, maybe broadening of the topic subject matter and see them going after things a little bit harder in the culture woke wars. But I did find the thing about like people don't know how to do anything pretty funny. Like I remember like there was this one scene I hit pause and I rewatched it where there was, all the professionals are in front of the Home Depot.
Yes.
And they're holding signs like we'll trade geology for whatever. Right.
Right.
And so I noticed on the bottom left there was a guy says accounting services.
Yes.
That was pretty funny. I thought that was pretty funny. I'm actually not worried about AI at all in my industry, at least not with the clientele that I deal with. The clientele I deal with requires someone with my brains and my talent. So, and I don't think business owners are going anywhere.
Chris Persia makes a really good point. They essentially absolved Iger.
Yeah, I guess that's what I'm getting after. Well, I don't know
Do you think that's true? Do you
No,
think
I
that
don't
this
think
is a monster of Iger's own making? Or do you think
look, that's one way to look at it. See, the thing is you can say like, oh, they absolved Iger of any wrongdoing. I don't know if that's really the case, Chris Persa. What I would say is that from your perspective or a lot of fans' perspectives, that's one way to look at these things. But what I want to do is look at these things through Bob Iger's eyes. Pretend you're Bob Iger and you're watching this episode unfold. And someone has in their office clipped all of the parts that have him in it and showed it to him. There's no way that has not happened.
Oh no, my stock, no.
Right. And so from his we're looking at it like maybe like Chris does as fans, but from his perspective and the finance perspective, he was made to look like a buffoon who doesn't know what he's doing. The stock is dropping and he's afraid of Kathleen Kennedy, and he's got a board of directors that are all incompetent when it comes to running this company. And Mackining Jaws for $5 says a very happy and spookified Halloween to you both in the chat.
Thank you so very much, Makini, for that $5 super chat, brother. You guys keep the fires burning bright here in Valhalla, and since everybody's asking for it, we'll hit it with your skull.
Funny man, senor.
That's right. Mike is a very funny man. And please go slap that like button with a tortilla. Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
This is they made this problem. They created this problem, not just KK.
Who's
like,
they?
like
What do you mean they?
Disney, Iger, the board, everyone that has been involved with this nonsense and let it carry on.
Right.
Mike, I thought for a moment when they did the financial earnings call where they got called out for all of the money spent on their streaming service, which is an inferior streaming service compared to Netflix. When they got hit with that, I thought things are going to change, and they didn't do shit. They made it worse. They doubled down, and it seems like every single well, it seems like every single time you think something's going to change, they just double down, and that's one of the things they.
But on that
really,
earnings call, because we didn't talk about this aspect specifically, but you thought that from that earnings call after that them being called out in public that would get them to change. That's not going to get them to change. They don't give a shit about what the average investor thinks or says or does. They don't give a shit about what we as fans think. They don't give a shit about what some individual investors are going to say. That being said, I'm trying to get on the call for next year. I'm working some angles to try to figure out how to do that. Because it's not just registering on the website. But the thing is the only thing these motherfuckers care about, these mofos care about, is that stock price, because that's what's tied to the people who they really care about what they think about, which are the Wall Street people in their own pocketbook. You got to hit them with the stock price. The stock price is everything. Everything else doesn't mean crap. And here's another thing. As much as I just said this on another show the other day, I can't remember where it was, but because I'm not a YouTuber and I don't remember things. But someone said, someone was talking about, if Nelson Peltz comes back, do you think that's going to means that he might turn it back over to George Lucas and fix Star Wars? I'm like, no,
that's
the
never going
most
to happen.
asinine and dumb. Look, as well-meaning and well-intentioned as that benevolent thought is, no, absolutely the F not. Frankly,
George Lucas isn't going to take it either. George Lucas isn't going to come in and take it.
No, and neither is the Saudi prince. But that's a story for another day. That's a different show. Anyways, the thing is that Star Wars, if you look at all Disney as a company and all the business units that it's a part of, Star Wars, Lucasfilm is an incredibly small part. I don't care that they paid $4 billion for it. It is basically, if you look at Disney as a company and Disney as a Walmart, and you walk in the front door and take a look around, Star Wars Lucasfilm is about as large as the shoe section.
It's amazing you bring up the likeness between Walmart. When you take something to Walmart, when Walmart picks up one of your products, they don't make it like you. They don't put the care and attention into it that you do. They sell it off to the very cheapest production company, and that production company makes it for the cheapest amount possible. It is not the same product that you created.
That's not what Disney does, though.
Well, it sure as shit seems like what Star Wars did.
Well, no. Well, yes and no. From a user standpoint, okay, hold on. Let me say this. From a user standpoint, you are 100% right. Like, what we're getting is a ghetto ass made in China. Shit doesn't work right. It's all weird product that we're getting. So yes, the look and feel to the consumer is 100% exactly what you said, exactly the way you said it. The financial reality is completely different because the analogy is different. Instead, what happens is that before you, Mr. Star Wars customer guy, gets your Mandalorian season crap 3 or whatever, or your Ahsoka, what's happened is that they've taken the Burberry's or the Saks Fifth Avenue method, and they hire high-priced designers. They have a budget to get this thing done. They run up the bill, run up the tab, charge all this money, and then give you crap. Financially, It's not at all the different. Walmart wants to save money, and they want to provide the lowest cost, the lowest quality at the lowest cost. Disney wants the highest cost and the absolute crap quality. It's different economically, but the end result is the same. Yes, it's like buying chicken at Walmart versus out from the free range place that you get it in your local meat market. Walmart chicken is crap, and if you I've noticed this. I recently, when I came back, I was getting some canned goods and paper goods at Walmart, and I never buy like stuff in their food stuff, but I did. Dude, their chicken made me effing sick. It's completely different than the stuff I get from a local like meat market, like from an actual farm. Anyway, Brightest Day Audio Brooks has been a member for 10 months. Says happy belated birthday to you, Loki.
Thank you. Thank you, Brightest Day. Thank you, brother. Means a lot. Means a lot. Everybody who reached out yesterday and sent messages and super chats and all that stuff. Thank you guys. You guys, one of the best birthdays I've ever had. Thank you very much, everybody.
And right now would be a great time for me to give another plug at the 22-minute marker for That Park Place. Coming up right after this show, That Park Place will be live with Jonas J. Campbell. If you could take a moment and bookmark that show and listen to it live or listen to it later, would be greatly appreciated. There you go, Jonas.
Thank you, Jonas. Holy shit. Punk Waddle, what is up? Punk Waddle said it's not even a super Walmart that has a nice selection of options, just a regular Walmart that has the basics.
Yeah, and I missed the other one from who the hell had a question. What would I ask Bob Iger, Ironcaster or something?
Ironcaster, if you get on the call, what are you going to ask Bob Iger? Thank you for that question, Ironcaster.
Bob, the company hasn't gotten any better since you've been back. Why did you decide to come back if you weren't going to make the company better?
Mm-hmm.
How's that one?
Yeah, no, yeah. Why come back? Why come back if you're just going to make it worse?
Right?
Now they got rid of oh God, I can't even think of his name. The asshole that had the job before him that took it after him. Yeah, we're in a quasi reality, took the job, but lost it to him. I can't even remember his effing name. Chapek. There we go. Bob Chapek.
Yeah.
Chapek screwed up.
He did? How?
Well, they were lying about the money going into the Disney Plus. They were playing a shell game with Disney Plus.
I don't believe that. I don't believe it.
You think that's all lies?
Yeah, I do.
That they were playing but they did. Like the Doogie Howser Kamahama what's it TV show that no one ever watched. They moved the money for that to be on Disney Plus over to the cable TV Disney when it was never meant to be on cable TV Disney in the first place.
Look, cost allocating, which is called cost accounting. Bob Chapek was an accountant, so what he was trying to do is he was trying to distribute out the cost so that things look a certain way versus not. But at the end of the day, but at the end of the it's like if you don't have the money to pay the mortgage and the utilities, and you pay the utilities or the mortgage, you still don't have the money to pay both. So what's the difference? That's what all I'm saying. It's like, that's what I'm saying. Chapek wasn't the worst fraud.
No. I'm not saying that at all. No, and I'm not saying he's worse than Bob. No, and Bob wanted his job back. Bob thought he was going to be running for president.
Right.
Iger thought he was going to be running for president. Obviously, that wasn't going to happen, and then came back to Disney. And yeah, no. Snowdub, who's been a member for 15 months, says El Perro lives. Why didn't you finish the job, Mexican Ironman? Did Chulo Monster save him? How is this possible? I think Chulo's been in jail.
First of all, why didn't
Chulo got arrested?
Why didn't I finish the job? I finished the job as well as I need to. I don't care if at this point, I don't even give a shit if El Perro lives. I really don't care. I've done my job. If he wants to live and talk shit, he can live and talk shit. I'm done fucking around with this guy. He's a fucking nobody to me. It would be like, here's a good one. Being part of Team Midnight's Edge, which I am, and giving a flying fuck about what John Campia or Mike Zero say. How's that? That's what I
screw those guys.
Huh?
Screw those guys.
That's what
Mike
I think.
Zero and Campia. No.
Yeah.
No,
so
absolutely
so me caring
overrated.
about El Perro right now is about the same as being on Midnight's Edge, Team Midnight's Edge, and me giving a flying fuck about John Campia or giving a flying fuck about Mike Zero. Perro can
For all of you,
I don't know why he wasn't there to back his boy up, supposedly, but
He
I'm
was in
pretty
jail.
sure.
He got arrested. He got arrested on the
Right,
last.
he got arrested because he was attending an LGBTQ plus rally and got a little out of hand.
I thought he got arrested on Snowdub's show live.
Well, I don't know about that, but last I heard, my intelligence apparatus, I have intelligent agents all over the world, and they tell me that Chulo Monster was engaged in fornicating activities at an LGBTQ plus pride parade that he shouldn't have been doing. And the real concern here is that people aren't asking the hard-hitting questions about Chulo Monster and his LGBTQ plus IA, whatever the square root of hypotenuse of the square root of the hypotenuse community. The real question is, what about the baby deer? I mean, that baby deer sure was just of legal age. The baby deer just turned 18 in a day. But what about the baby deer?
What baby deer?
I mean, what Chulo Monster did with the deer. It was awful. Have you seen the videotape? It's awful.
No.
It's awful. He lured the deer on the 18th birthday into a bar. We talk, and next thing you know, he was trafficking, international trafficking of deer ring. Yep.
Okay, I thought he got busted for pot. What information broker have you been going to?
Well, my agents tell me that Chulo Monster is an international in anticipation of the Disney movie that Chulo Monster thinks that he's trying to get in on the Bambi international trafficking sweet nectar. So he's started an international deer trafficking ring. You didn't read that. What did that say? Oh yeah, you did. Happy belated birthday. Oh no, Snow Dove. Yeah, we did that one. All right. What's the other one?
Is Mexican Ironman's costume a brownie or a taco?
I'm not wearing a Hollywood costume. Dude, I'm Mexican. You know what I'm going to go for Halloween this year? My costume is going to be, I'm not just going to be Mexican. I'm going to go as an undocumented one. Ha!
I honestly, for a moment, I thought you were going to tell me you were going to go as a white guy and just have your birth certificate out in front of you, like taped to your chest.
Well, I'd have to go in whiteface.
That's not too hard.
It seems kind of messy.
You could pull it off without.
Here's what I do. My outfit is I'll get a backpack and I'll pack up my backpack. I should just walk around Hilton. Oh my God, that'd be funny. I should walk around Hilton Head like I'm an undocumented worker.
You'll get thrown out of Hilton Head.
Yeah. And then not have any ID on me. I'll just be like, I am here for President Biden. Shit. Here in South Carolina, they'll put me on a bus and ship me northbound. Stat.
Dean over on Rumble says, go easy on Mike. He is commuting at night. So many windows, so little time.
That's how I can get a free trip to go visit Mags again. Like I'll just pretend I'm an undocumented worker here in Hilton Head in South Carolina. They'll put me on a bus to DC. I just got to let me off in Virginia first.
Oh yeah, they'll immediately get you. Well, they won't put you on a bus. They'll put you on a plane. They'll put you on a plane immediately just to get you out as quickly as possible.
Yeah.
Pops with $10.30 super chat says, happy belated birthday, brother. Thank you, Pops. He says, I hope Devil's Night treated you well. Talk hard. Hail, you and Mim. Love you both. Thank you, Pops. Guys, if you haven't watched Pops, if you haven't tuned in to Pops' channel and checked us out on Tuesdays, Talk Hard, check him out. Absolutely wonderful channel. Absolutely wonderful guy. Got a chance to meet Pops while we were in Orlando. Got to have lunch with him and his beautiful wife. Thank you so very much, my friend. It is good to see you. And thank you. Mike's lady. My husband is here. Quick, use the back door. Mike, okay. No, ouch, not that one. Yeah. Yeah, you haven't seen the videos going around about you banging the chick in the kitchen and her husband comes home and she says, my husband's home. Quick, use the back door. And then says, ouch, not that one.
No,
there is actual video floating around out there of Mexican Ironman.
No, there isn't.
Yes, there is.
Bullshit. No, there isn't.
We've got proof.
No, you don't. Stop talking shit.
Yes, we do.
Too early in the morning. No, you don't. Stop talking shit.
Yes, we do.
No, prove it right now.
I'm going to. I'm whatever. Yep.
Stop making stuff up, you people.
I'm not making anything up.
People are racist.
All right, here we go.
What?
Proof. You wanted proof.
Waiting.
Oh my god, I think that's my husband. Quick, use the back door.
Okay.
Not what I meant.
See?
First of all, that's not me. Second of all, that's weird and gross and to see on video.
There you go.
Wow. A little early for that, isn't it? I'm going to tell Dagon you that's pornographic of nature.
Quick, use the back door.
It's so
Not
wrong.
that one.
So
Mhm.
wrong. All right, next topic.
See? Look at there. Mag saw.
Yeah. All right, next topic.
Shit. What do you mean next topic? We're here to talk about Disney and Iger and getting nuked from orbit and only way to be sure. They nuked them. That was a nuke. That was not a punch. That was not a shove. That was not that they nuked them.
Yeah, I got a buddy who works in Burbank, and he told me that on Friday, I can't remember when, I didn't see this thing till, when did I see it? Saturday night. Anyway, he was telling me that at work on Friday that people were like going around the office, and there was a lot of messaging going on that someone needed to stop this. How could this be allowed to be aired? Someone at Paramount should have, that kind of crap. But he said that was the outwardly like virtue signaling. He didn't say use the words virtue signaling, but that's, he's like on the DL, he told me, he's like on the DL, people were laughing their asses off at that South Park episode. But they were, apparently this had been building for a while inside Burbank, because I guess they knew, look, this thing came out and I didn't even realize it was coming out, but I guess people in the industry were watching the previews and stuff and knew that Kathleen Kennedy and Disney were going to be targeted. So they knew it was coming. And I think,
of course they knew. This is something that happened from the inside of the industry.
Yeah, and he told me like someone, the prevailing talk in Burbank was someone at Paramount should have stopped this from airing. I don't know who that someone would have been. I don't know why that would have happened. Yeah, so.
Well, okay. So this is different. I mean, we can sit around, YouTubers can sit around, content creators can sit around and talk about Disney all they want to. They have made this unified front of no matter how bad it is, we're going to call it a success. No matter how woke it is, no matter how financially disastrous it is. I mean, we all saw Batwoman. We all saw these shows. We all saw these movies where they have failed financially. They have failed with the audiences, and yet they're heralded as successes. So they have built this unified front to say nothing is wrong, everything is fine. We're doing what you want. We're doing what the people want. We're listening and we're doing what you want, when they're not really doing that. So this is something that happened from the inside of the industry.
Right.
And I've seen the attacks on Trey and Matt.
What attack?
Oh, they've been called anti-Semite. They've been called sexist. They've been called, that's been happening for the last couple of days, ever since the episode came out.
Oh, really? Show me. Do tell. Where has this happened? Twitter? Where?
It's happened on Twitter. It's happened on YouTube. Especially the Disney Star Wars shows have come out talking all this shit.
Really?
Trey Parker is Jewish.
Okay. So
Matt Stone are Jewish. How are they anti-Semitic? Because these people don't know what they're talking about. They don't know these people.
How come Democrats and liberals are so freaking dumb?
Because they immediately go to the exact same playbook. They immediately go to the exact same playbook of calling people these same names. Whatever is the worst worst label they can put on someone. That's what they immediately go to say, don't listen to these people. These people are horrible. And they did it because they are part of the industry that Disney is coming out of, and they're scared. Imagine this, Mike.
Yes.
Because I know you would love this. Do you remember the scary movies? Do you remember the parody movies? Do you remember like Walk with 300 and the
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So what if a company just made bank off of making fun of the Marvel movies? Making parody movies about the Marvel movies. Just another.
Oh my God, that is
just another-
exactly what we should do.
And that's what I mean, dude, that's what people want to see. People want to laugh. People want to have a good time. People want to enjoy themselves. And it's open. It is open to be taken advantage of, but they haven't done it because they're all under this cloud of we all have to back this up and we all have to support this and it can't fail. That's the way it's been. That's why we didn't understand. That's how we have been duped when we're like, shut our wallets, close our wallets. We're not going to support this. We're not going to keep paying for it. And yet it hasn't stopped. Because they're getting funding from different areas, whether it's the government, whether it's from private funding, they're getting money for all of this from different means that we never conceived of before. So they can sit there with empty theaters. They can absolutely positively sit there with empty theaters and still come out and be like, no, we're fine. It made money. It made enough money. Eric O'Sullivan with $10 super chat says, hey, Valhalla. Hey, Mikey, is that an original 1999 Darth Maul lightsaber toy behind you? I still got my Qui-Gon Jinn and Obi-Wan. Disney couldn't take my love of Star Wars away, although they tried.
Well, hold on. Let me grab it.
He's going to get it.
So this was sent as a gift to me. God, I'm so tired right now. I can't even remember who gave this to me. I want to say Shum did, but maybe not. Maybe I got that wrong. Look.
Oh, that's the OG plastic one.
Yep. See?
Is that from episode 1 or is that like a...
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I got the box that it came in downstairs. I saved the box, but I wanted to put this up.
Oh, that's impressive.
Yeah.
No, absolutely impressive.
Yep.
And I believe we owe you guys a skull.
Skull!
Thank you so very much. Mockany Draws. Thank you, Brightest Day, for your member chat. Thank you, Snowed Up, for your member chat. Shrebbles for your member chat. Pops for your $10.30 super chat. Rod Thunderheart for your membership. Eric O'Sullivan for your $10 super chat. And Shockwave, who's been a member for 22 months, says, why do you think they're called NPCs? You guys keep the fires burning bright here in Valhalla, and this one's just for you. Skull!
A dollar? I've never seen a dollar. Nobody's got a dollar. Let us see the dollar. There it is. It's beautiful. Take your hat off, boy. That's a dollar bill.
And it's not just like I just brought up. It's not just Star Wars. It's Marvel too. It's pretty much every product they have.
They should come up with, I think that'd be awesome if a studio did like 3 of those movies, like a trilogy that made fun of all of the Marvel universe, or like one that made fun of the entire Marvel universe, one that made fun of the entire Star Wars universe. That'd be
me and you go back old school love of Marvel. Obviously,
I'm more DC than Marvel. I can't say, when you say Marvel, what do you mean old school love? You mean the
Iron
movies?
Man. Yeah, the movies.
The movies, yeah, but
I loved Loki. I loved Loki in those early movies.
Right,
You loved Iron Man.
I never read the Marvel comic books at all growing up.
No, I'm talking about the movies. I'm talking about the movies. I did love Marvel comics when I was younger. I loved this. Spider-Man was my favorite. I loved the Revenge of the Sinister Six. I got into Wolverine, and but I was right there with you because I originally loved DC. Superman was like my hero. Yours was Batman. You had the Batman thing going. I had the Superman thing going. And then I got pulled into Marvel because of Spider-Man and discovered X-Men and discovered Excalibur and all these different aspects of Marvel, but then got brought back into DC when Superman died. And they did the Death of Superman. So, but no, I'm talking about the original OG Marvel movies. So the Paramount movies, they were so good. They were so damn good. I'd take Iron Man 3, which I absolutely hate, over anything Disney makes today. All their TV shows have been trash. None of their TV shows have been able to hold up on their own. The ones with Scarlet Witch were absolutely horrible. The Loki series has been so disappointing. It's been absolutely horrible.
All of it.
I haven't watched the Marvels, the whatever, Miss Marvel or whatever. I never watched that. It's
I didn't think it was so bad. It was like a kid show. It was like a family ABC. It was like one of them ABC family shows. It had that look and feel. It wasn't bad. It was just not real Star Wars. Or I mean not real Marvel superhero.
Lester San Jose, the Septic Tank, says, I love a lot of the mentioned characters, but I'm grateful for fresh comics like Iceman Stealing Solo, Waiting for Battle Brick Road. Marvel DC have lived off the names for too long. They've abused those names. They have abused those names. They've abused X-Men. They've abused Batman and Superman. The new Wonder Woman comic where you're dealing with what's her name, Trinity. Trinity acts like Batman and Superman are both her dads. She doesn't know like who her father is. Like Batman and Superman bang Wonder Woman, and she just doesn't know who the daddy is. So whatever. It's trash. It's absolute trash. They ruined the lore. They've ruined the characters, and they don't care about the future. And that has to be the greatest sin of all when you're looking at Disney's Marvel, is they don't care about the future of these characters. They don't realize the damage that they are doing. They just don't.
Yep. Agreed.
Jon Favreau started the MCU. Yeah. Oh yeah, with Iron Man. Yes, he did.
You know, if that guy just had a little bit more, I don't know where he's at right now, but I don't know. That guy had just a little bit more opportunity to give the fans what we want. Where would we be today? I submitted in a better place. What do you think?
I think, unfortunately, I think you're right, especially with. I don't think Disney would have ever bought the property. They would have had no interest in buying the property. Maybe
Right.
they would have bought something else.
Right.
But look at it like this. What if George Lucas had sold to Fox? A lot of people look at George Lucas's sale to Disney as the biggest sin ever committed. What if George Lucas had sold to Fox and then Disney had bought Fox and got it anyway? You're in the exact same position you're in now.
And plus, it's like $4 billion. Like, tell me one Star Wars fan that's not going to sell out for $4 billion. I'm like, get the F out of here. Get the fuck out of here. It's $4 billion.
A lot of people say it was his baby, but I don't
$4 billion.
He needed someone to take over because he was done.
$4 billion.
Yeah. $4 billion.
Like he said, he sold it to the white slavers. He knew what he was doing. Yeah, he sold his children to the white slavers. Your Star Wars that you love so much for $4 billion. Yep.
And now people are
George
saying, "Oh,
this, George that. We got to bring George back." No. No.
Thank you. Thank you.
No.
Thank you.
No. We don't need to bring George back. I'm so fucking sick of hearing people say, oh, maybe George Lucas will get handed back. No. First of all, while he came up with the concept, he didn't make it great or make it successful in the long run. He had other people that were at the table that helped make that happen.
Yeah, he didn't create the EU. A lot of people fell in love with the books, and that was a lot of different creators that contributed to the EU, and that's all gone now. That's all gone. And it's,
I mean, he's not going to come back. What's he going to do? I mean, look, Loki, I give you $4 billion. I buy your classic Mustang for $4 billion, and then I run it into the ground. Are you going to come back in and refix it? I don't think so.
No.
Maybe you might sit in the garage and help me decide how I tinker with it, or help me give me some advice.
And that's exactly what he's done.
George is going to buy it back at a discount. No, he's not.
No.
That money has been so divvied up in various trusts in so many different ways. George ain't coming back. Move on.
No, he's not buying Star Wars back. And that's what I said a year ago. Move on.
Move on.
I said that a year ago. Is move on. That this is
my
done.
problem is that I didn't move on soon enough.
Why not? What kept you attached?
Oh, I don't know. I'm still a hopeful fucking person, despite the fact that I'm an acidic filthy mouth cursing YouTuber that better get all my cursey words out in the next 7-8 minutes, because at 10 a.m. I got to be somewhere else where I can't use cursey words.
You can use cursey words here.
I know, but I got to use all of them here before the next channel I'm going to. That theme park.
That park place.
How
do I know that and you don't?
Because it's freaking 9:40 in the morning and I didn't go to sleep till 2:30 and I got up at 6:30 and then I couldn't go back to bed because I thought I'd miss the morning show. That's what happens on Tuesdays. I'm always afraid I'm going to miss the morning show. And so I keep waking. The only day that I can't sleep is Monday night because I'm so afraid I'm going to miss the morning show that I keep waking up like 4:30, 5, 6:30, 7:45. That's so early. Then it's 8:40 and I'm like, coffee, I gotta go. Tuesday morning Monday night is the only night I don't sleep well during the week because I'm so panicked about missing the morning. And that's because that goes back years to when this show used to be at 6 a.m. for me. It's like I haven't been able to kick that habit. Mikey, eat a Snickers. I don't eat that anymore.
It's got peanuts in it. It's good for you.
Talk to the people. I got a client calling. I'll be right back. I got to mute.
All right. Mikey has to step away because he has a client calling. So, Mikey, there is such thing as called an alarm. It's true, but he's still got to get up. I know when I'm nervous and I've got something I've got to look forward to, and I've got to remember to get up early in the morning. I have trained myself to be up at 7 a.m. every single morning. Even when I was on vacation, when we were on honeymoon, I was still getting up at the exact same time. I couldn't sleep in. So, do we want to see Mike's hangry face? Oh. So, at least toys still sold with the prequels. Toys don't sell now unless it's original trilogy stuff. How many of you out there, throw one in chat if you spent any money on Star Wars in the last 2 years? Any money whatsoever. Doesn't matter what it is. It doesn't matter what it is. Anything on Star Wars. Anybody out there spend a penny on Star Wars in the last 2 years? Anything. One. Lester has. Soul Assassin has. Shrebels has. Gary Banjo Sandwich Worthington has. Man Squatch hasn't. Jim Watari hasn't. Does that include old Star Wars games? Yes. Any money on Star Wars? Eric O'Sullivan hasn't. Dega Outlaw hasn't. Lisa has. I have. I bought a record. Jester's Darth Arlena has. Chris Persia has not. I bought a Gina. There you go. Wasaj Melody. Magic Mags has. A Gun Bunny hasn't. Just the original trilogy 4K disc. Gotcha. Shrebels. I bought a record. I bought a Mandalorian record that had been recalled. that no one had. And I found it at Walmart and I swapped out the UPC for another record and I got it anyway because it was on the recall list and they were getting rid of them. And that makes it uber rare. So I bought one, even though I didn't pay for it directly. I still bought it. So people are still buying stuff. It's just not what it used to be. You haven't bought a lightsaber in the last 2 years? No
you
money
know me
on
for 4.5, 5 years, and one thing you know is like damn near every month I was buying or selling a lightsaber, right?
He was. Yes, he
literally
was.
Since 2018 when we first got to know each other, into 2018. You've known of me. I have not bought one new one. Now, I wouldn't say it's been 2 years, but it's been about 1.5 years for sure. They just suck the life. In fact, if Eric O'Sullivan hadn't mentioned it, I don't know when's the last time. I mean, honest to God, I would like on any random day, I would grab one of these things and go outside and play with it, or downstairs and spin with it, and yada yada yada. I've been doing that for fucking decades. Disney Star Wars Kathleen Kennedy has killed my love of Star Wars so bad that I don't even want to like look at, touch, or practice with any of my lightsabers when I've been doing that for the better part of what, 4 decades?
Yeah. And it's not that people have completely stopped buying. It's that they've stopped buying at a level they used to buy. I used to get 4 or 5 books a year. 4 or 5 Star Wars books a year. Every time they came out with a Star Wars book, it was immediately shipped because I had a book subscription set up to where I always got a hardback cover of the EU books. I will show you guys that in the next couple of days because we're going to do a live stream from the book room. I've got everything set up. I've got to set it all up for era so that it's all in time. So that we go from the beginning, the oldest books, to the last before they got bought by Disney. So there's going to be a timeline that I'm going to set them up in. But I got I always got the books shipped to me. I bought all the games. I bought lightsabers. I bought movies. I bought action figures. I had all kinds of stuff. I was always buying Star Wars stuff when I saw it. Now, I bought one record in the last 2 years. And it was because it was on a recall list. And I know that in the next, and I've emailed everybody. I told Mike, I told Echo Base. I was like, look, if you see this at a Walmart, get it. Don't scan it because it's recalled. Scan a different record, but get this damn record because it's already up to $100. I can already resell that bitch for $100. And I paid $20 for it. So I can't imagine what it's going to be like in the next couple of years because they recalled it. But that's the only reason why I bought it, is that it was on the recall list. And I was like, holy shit, I've got to get this one record. And, but yeah, when I used to buy all this stuff, I had a chance to get the entire Star Wars Armada game system with the Super Star Destroyer, all that shit. And I passed. And it was a good price too. I was going to get it for a good price because it was previously owned and beautifully taken care of. But I passed on it because I don't care anymore. I don't give a shit. Disney has destroyed the franchise. Disney has driven it into the ground to the point where you don't even want merchandise of the old shit. I saw a Stormtrooper helmet the other day. That was who was Obi-Wan's Stormtrooper, the one in Revenge of the Sith, the one with the yellow helmet. I saw that the other day and I was like, and I used to love finding shit like that out in the wild. I don't order stuff like that, guys. I do not order stuff like that. I want to find it out in the wild. Cody, thank you. Commander Cody. Thank you guys. Commander Cody.
Now Commander Cody doesn't have a home.
So I saw that helmet and I was just like, I just don't care anymore. I would love to have Cody and Rex, all of them, especially the Stormtrooper group. What were they called? The ones in Clone Wars, the ones that were like the rejects. I would have loved to have a whole set of those helmets. I just don't care anymore. I don't want them. It doesn't matter anymore. They killed my need and my want to buy shit like that. Congratulations. It's not the Bad Batch. It's the ones from the Clone Wars TV show. The Domino Squad. Thank you. Magitech Max. It was Domino Squad. The 99s. Thank you. You guys are excellent. You guys are so badass. Thank you. It's those guys. Yeah, I would have loved to have shit like that. And now I just don't care. I just don't care. Thank you, Disney, for killing my give a shit when it comes to Star Wars. That has to be their worst egregious sin in all of this, is that they have killed that love for so many people that people just don't care anymore.
Yeah, hashtag peeps don't give a fuck.
James Dosher says you are far from being alone. Thank you for letting me know that. I'm in good company, James. I am, and I know I am, because we used to have such love for this IP. We used to have such love and dedication. When it was thin, when there wasn't anything going on, when there wasn't any movies coming out, we kept that shit alive, going to conventions, buying the books, getting the CDs, getting the audio books, buying everything we possibly could, custom $1,000 Darth Vader outfits. And now people just don't give a shit anymore.
Yep. All
What
right.
about
Well,
you?
at the top of the hour, I got to run because I got to reload my coffee and I got to call this client back before.
So before you go, we got 3 minutes left, Mikey. 3 minutes left. What do you think's going to happen next week? Give us your prediction.
Well, I can tell you what should happen is that, and let me start with what should happen. What should happen are two things. One is that Bob needs to make good on his promise that he's going to issue a dividend, because that weasel said at the beginning of the year when he was trying to get pelts off his ass that we're looking at doing a dividend by the end of the year, except that he's such a weasel. He didn't say the end of the fiscal year or the end of the calendar year. So anyways, that's number one. We should be looking that there will be a dividend declared and paid. That's what he should do. Actually, let me think of three things. Well, the second thing he should announce is that the deal with Comcast is done. The valuation figuring pricing is done, and the financing's in place, and we're moving forward. And that's what he should do if he wants to survive the day. What do I think he will do? I think he's going to be a Weasley little scumbag, and he's going to deflect and distract as he's done. So somewhere between those two things is what we're going to get, and I will be watching with bated breath. So there's my prediction.
All right. No third thing.
I took it off the table because he wouldn't do it. I'm not even going to mention it because he wouldn't. There's what he should do, but he's not going to mention. It would be like, hey, Nelson Peltz is coming on the board. I'm letting him on. Nelson Iger's going to do that. If he does it, it'll be behind the scenes and not in public, in my opinion. Hello?
Yeah. Okay. So, guys, thank you so very much. I want to thank Mexican Ironman for being here, for hanging out with us this morning, for the Taco Tuesdays, brother. You always bring your A game, even when you're tired. Thank you so very much, my friend, for agreeing to do these and for being here with us. I want to thank everybody in chat. I want to thank everybody for yesterday. Huge. It was such a wonderful birthday, and that was because of each and every one of you. You guys
look good in your video
great.
yesterday. You look good. I like you.
Thank you.
I like you being camera on, and those green headphones are fucking look great. You look great.
Those razor cracking.
Dude,
you know how many
great.
pair of those I've had?
On camera more often, but you look great.
Well, I'll get the pimp slithering cane out. We'll do some live streams. I plan on doing that at least during the giveaways, going on camera and doing the giveaways. So we'll see.
YouTube's a TV station and not a radio station. I've been saying that for years, but what do I know? I'm Mexican and I'm not a YouTuber.
Non-YouTuber. I'd crack that.
Nope.
Guys, make sure you check out the live streams coming up. It's going to redirect over to Machini, but don't miss Mexican Ironman over on Jonas J. Campbell on that Park Place this morning. You all keep the fires burning bright here in Valhalla. Again, thank you so very much. Thank you, Mike. And be safe, be excellent to each other. Always speak friend to enter. We'll see you guys on the next Taco Tuesday. Have a great one, everybody.
Bye-bye.
These videos are tremendous. Like, comment, and subscribe, and hammer that notification bell.